Kinds of microorganisms. So basically, in the previous lesson, we discussed about two types of microorganisms that were virus and bacteria. So today we will discuss about other two major types of microorganisms. Microorganism. There are four major types of microorganisms: virus, bacteria, protozoa, and fungi. And today we are going to learn about two different microorganisms, that are protozoa and fungi. First of all, I will tell you about fungi. Some fungi are unicellular and some are multicellular. This means that some fungi, their body is made up of only one cell, but there are some fungi whose body is made up of more than two or three cells. They are both microscopic and macroscopic. Basically, the word microscopic means that some fungi are so small that we can only see them through microscope. But some fungi, they are macroscopic. This means that they are big enough that we can see with our eyes. We can see them with our naked eyes without using any microscope or any other instrument. Some common fungi are mushroom, yeast, and mold. So here, if you look at this picture, then you can see that some common fungi are mold, yeast, different kinds of yeast, and mushrooms. So fungi are basically green in color. If you see major fungi, then you can see this green color occurs, and it indicates that these are fungi. They cannot make their food and depend upon organisms on which they grow. So basically, fungi are plants. A very interesting point here, you can think that all the plants are capable of making their food, but fungi, they are plants, but naturally they cannot make their food through the process of photosynthesis. They depend upon the organisms on which they live. If a fungi is like mold, it is present on the bread, then that mold will get its food from the bread. Or if there is another kind of fungi that is living inside or outside any organism, it will get its food from that organism. Some fungi can be eaten, like mushroom, like yeast is used in making yogurt, and some are poisonous. So some fungi like mushrooms, they can be eaten, they can be used in the salad, or they can eaten raw. Some fungi are very useful for us, like yeast. Yeast is used in making yogurt. But some fungi, they cannot be eaten. They are poisonous. If we eat, then we will have poison in our body. Some fungi act as decomposers, adding nutrients in the soil. So here you can see some fungi, they are stick to the tree that is almost dying. So fungi help to add nutrients in the soil, and they act as decomposers. They basically decompose the dead bodies, adding nutrients to the soil. So this is all about the main introduction about fungi. Now I will tell you about some of the diseases that are caused by fungi. Fungi can grow on the human body and can cause skin infection. So basically fungi, they can grow on our body and they can cause infection. First is ringworm and second is athlete foot. If you look at this picture, then this is ringworm. You will have different kinds of ringworms on the body. And second is athlete foot. Athlete foot is basically the rashes, different kinds of severe redness and rash on the foot. This can be because of sweating. So athlete foot is basically the problems that athlete have, but common people, they can also have this disease. And to avoid the ringworm or athlete foot disease, what you can do is you can avoid using someone's already used shoes or clothes. And you can because the major one of the major reason of spreading this disease is sweating. So if someone you are wearing someone's personal thing that is having his or her sweat on that, then what will happen, you will get the disease. So these are some of the causes of fungi, some of the major diseases caused by fungi. I will tell you about the last and one of the very important microorganism, that is protozoa. Protozoa are unicellular organisms. If they enter the body, they can live and grow. They grow in moist places and commonly found in water. So basically, protozoa are waterborne diseases. They are mostly found on the places there where there is moisture, where there is a lot of water. If they enter the body, they start to live and grow in the body. And protozoa are also unicellular. That means that their body is made up of one cell. Major diseases caused by protozoa, and these two major diseases are dysentery and diarrhea, and these are very big problems in that is being faced these days. Dysentery is that you have very difficulty in passing the stools, you have very much difficulty in passing feces, and you have blood when you pass the feces. You have constipation. A higher degree of constipation is called dysentery. And diarrhea is when you have loose motions, you are suffering from loose motions, and you have you there is a lot of dehydration in diarrhea. And dysentery is when you have high degree of constipation, and it is very difficult for you to pass feces. So these are the major diseases that are caused by protozoa.